Yeah, so what's up? I've been bullshitting for a long time on doing this, but I'm doing it now, and I'm just ready to get it over with so I can scratch it off my list. I'm gonna just tell the story the best way I remember it. It's a good story. I'll probably have to retell it later, but this shit really happened. So I'm not bullshitting. And I was gonna use AI, but I don't know. Here I am just telling it. And if I fuck up, I'm gonna leave it in because whatever. All right, so I was like 20 years old. I was dating this girl, and she was really pretty or whatever. I guess she was attractive. Feel what I mean? But I couldn't trust her. Like, the girl was kind of out there. Couldn't take my eyes off her. If I did, somebody probably be messing around with my girlfriend or something like that. Like, she was like that kind of girl, right? But anyway, I'm like 20 years old. I'm messing with this girl. Me and her getting an argument, and I'm driving, right? So I'm driving emotionally right now. And as immature as that is, and as stupid as a decision that was, I'm 20 years old, not really that smart. Anyway, I end up losing control of the vehicle, and I got to make a decision to whether hit the tree or hit somebody head on. Now, of course, I'm going to go with hitting the tree. Now, the passenger side took the whole impact, right? And I didn't have a seatbelt on or anything. The car flipped. It landed on its roof and flipped back over on its, tires, I believe. That's how it happened. When I got out of the car, man, I didn't know where the hell I was at. I was looking around like I had just, got shifted into a different dimension or a world or something, So I'm looking around, trying to figure out where the fuck I'm at. And then it started to register okay, oh shit, I'm in front of the fire station. I crashed right in front of the fire station. So the police, they come up to me, but he not mad or nothing like that. He looked like he's shocked. Like, my car is mangled over there in the corner, and my glasses is in the grass, broken up. And, all I got is, a cut on my arm, and, I'm shooken up. And he seen the tire screeches on the concrete, and he asked me, did I do that? I was like, I don't know. I don't remember. Because, I felt like I just got rocked by Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? I'm really, shooken up. The car flipped. You know what I mean? I had to kick the window out to get out, all type of crazy stuff. So he looking at me, he assessing the situation, and he was like, nah, you ain't do that. He asked me, was I all right? And I was like, yeah, I think so. And he pretty much told me that I'm lucky to be alive. He's seen way, 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 way worse from much less. And then he just pretty much, shook my hand for real and just left. That was the last I ever seen of him. I don't even remember what he looked like. I just remember his words. You know what I'm saying? So after all of that happened, I kind of took that as a calling that maybe I should do something with my life. I thought I was supposed to go to the military, you know what I mean? As far as that girl go, of course that didn't last because, I couldn't trust her. That'll come back later on. But, yeah, I meet with a recruiter. I'm going to call him Sergeant T. Feel what I'm saying? And Sergeant T pretty much took me through the whole process, I did the assessments and the MEPS, and I did all of the crazy stuff to get in. And I finally made it out there to Missouri. All right. I'm not going to tell my MOS or nothing like that. I'm going to try to keep it confidential with me in detail. Right. So I'm in Missouri right now. Mind you, the energy is a little different than what I'm used to. You know what I mean? It's real country out there. The weather is different. Everything is just different. You know what I mean? So it took some getting used to. Plus, and I'm going to be 100% honest, I wasn't really used to nobody yelling in my face or no shit like that. Because, let's be honest, I'm from a a little neighborhood background or whatever you want to call it, where shit like that, you don't really fly. You don't really see too many, father figures and shit where I'm from. But that's all good, though, because the process was supposed to be I'm turning from a civilian to a soldier. You know what I'm saying? But on the real, I'm going to be honest, I feel like them folks had other plans. Like, the whole time I was there, it was just constant hazing. Like, I just never went a day without hearing my last name more than 5 times. Right? Over just nonsense. Like, my name is being brung into this, and I'm not even in that platoon or stuff. It's just crazy stuff. Right? I'm getting counseled for not having a pen, which I know, like, it's a standard, right? If you a military brat and stuff like that. But I feel like the focus was more so on disciplining me and targeting me more than teaching me, right? So I'm going through this, and time go by. Mind you, I'm getting so fucking tired of it. I'm getting sick of it. I've been out here for 3 months, 4 months. I'm walking on eggshells all the time, trying my best not to get yelled at, but it's not fucking working, bro. Like, these people keep fucking picking with me. I can't go to attention right. I can't go to parade rest right. I'm not marching right. I'm not doing this right. In reality, I'm gonna be honest. All right, I'm gonna leave that out. For real, it is just that you can use your context clues, but this shit was uncomfortable. It was very, 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 very uncomfortable, and it was more uncomfortable for me than it was for the other soldiers, for my battle buddies. Like, it was more intense. Like, I had a target on my back the whole fucking time. But that's cool though, right? That was cool all the way up until this one day we at Child Hall. And I mean, we were getting smoked. Like, it's hot as a bitch outside. Excuse my language, man. It's hot outside. Like, it's real bad. And we doing push-ups on the concrete, and we getting smoked. Like, it's just a lot going on. We had a PT test earlier. You know what I mean? And I'm just ready to eat and go back to the barracks because there's nothing else to look forward to in the military, especially in basic training. Like, all right. So, remember the hazing part. I finally sit down. I'm ready to eat. And I'm not going to lie. Like, I may have just lost my composure a little bit. Like, I may have not had my heels together, right? Because that was the standard. Heels together make the food taste better or some shit like that, they said, right? Or heels on the ground make the food go down. Shit like that is what they were brainwashing us to do. I'm so fucking hungry. Like, I'm sorry to say it. Like, I was eating my food comfortably, and I guess that was a trigger for them, right? I should have been more careful knowing I had a target on my back anyway. But like I said, I was hungry, I wasn't thinking. So here go, not just a regular drill sergeant, but the senior drill sergeant, like the OG head honcho. I've been here. Big country motherfucker too. You feel what I'm saying? Hear his big ass come over there, march to my table, and he look at me and screams, "Put your fucking heels together. Heels on the ground make the food go down." Just screaming in my damn face. And mind you, I'm like probably desensitized to this shit at this point, because they trying their best to hurt my feelings every day. To the point where it's like, fuck it, like, if I'm gonna survive this shit, I'm gonna have to be emotionless. So I just, you know what I mean, put my heels together and kinda, I don't know if you know, like, some people will try to sit at attention and shit like that, like sit up, but all right, yeah. So I kinda try to do that. And then he look at my food and he go like, "Pathetic." And he spit all in my fucking food. Like, I'm talking about fucking white shit is hanging off the side of his mouth, bruh. And I look at my food and I look at him. And he look at my food and he look at me. And he go, "Eat it." And I looked at my food and I looked over and I seen another drill sergeant looking at us. And he seen that. He seen it. And he looked at like he won't feeling that shit. I'm gonna be 100. But it's like some big club shit they got going on in there. He ain't say nothing. He just looked and just looked away. And my drill sergeant said that shit again. The big country motherfucker. He said, "Eat it." So I look at that shit and I look at him and I said, no thank you, Drill Sergeant. You know what I mean? I ain't even eat my food. So I just sat through the whole chow hall like hungry. I had to go to sleep hungry that day. You know what I mean? And later, I think the day after, right, I had got counseled for that shit. Like I got written up for not eating the shit that he spit on. And that just goes to show you, like, I take accountability, right? I guess I was not up squared away or however they say it. But I was really trying my best, like, not to get in trouble. And I still was getting in trouble and shit. So I feel like that was more so something they had a problem with me, you know? But, yeah, I got counseled for that. And that was pretty much the end of that, you know? Moral of the story is, the car crash taught me how fragile life really is. Basic training taught me how fragile your mind can become. And through both experiences, I learned that surviving something isn't always the hardest part. Sometimes living through what comes after is. If you couldn't tell, I definitely had to write that shit down. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to hear more true stories from my life, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And let me know what you thought in the comments. I read them, and I love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, welcome to the Panda Pack. Peace.